Welcome to the Waldorf Astoria here in Bangkok. My home for the next 24-hour luxury stopover, and one that's really impressed me so far, from the well-appointed and relaxing room to the absolutely delicious food and the high-end facilities in the gym and outdoor infinity pool. Now, I arrived yesterday afternoon after quite a long 24-hour travel day, and granted I travelled in a lot of comfort flying over in Qatar business class and first class, but despite that I was pretty wiped by the time I arrived. I'm sure all the champagne and cocktails on board probably didn't help with that. So because of that, I didn't do a huge amount in the hotel yesterday. When I arrived, I got a really warm welcome. I was escorted from the lower lobby area down to the upper lobby, which is where the main reception is, and there I got my check-in. They gave me a nice welcome drink, told me all about the hotel whilst my bags were escorted up to the room. They also told me, which I didn't realise, that today is a national holiday in Thailand for the King's birthday. So because of that, the hotel is completely packed out, fully booked, mainly with Thai nationals who are travelling with their family for the holiday. So I am experiencing this hotel at maximum capacity, just to give context there. After check-in was complete, I was escorted up to the room, and to be honest, I was blown away. This is just the entry-level room, and to be honest, I think the photos I've seen online really undersold the place. So let me show you around. So as we walk into the room here, we've obviously got the big bed, a sofa in front of it, then over in the corner, we've got the table and a few chairs. But if I double back round on myself, we've got a cabinet here. Inside here you've got your mini fridge. Now everything in the mini bar apart from the water is an extra charge, but they do top up the water every day. And you've also got your coffee machine, your espresso, and the pods for that are also topped up every day. In addition to the cleaning they do every day where they restock things, they do also have a turn down service. I missed that yesterday just because I had Do Not Disturb on, but there was a note through my door to say that they had tried. There's also a decent sized TV, and you can hook that up to your own device to play things. Got a table with a drawer, and underneath there you've got charging ports. The left side of the bed also has this tablet which can be used to control things in the room, so you can open and close the curtains from there, control all the lights and the aircon. Whereas at the other side of the room you've got the phone, and there are also some controls down here, so if you tap these you can change the light settings, request housekeeping, do not disturb, all those kind of things. Okay, moving on through, we've got one big wardrobe space here. This one's an open wardrobe space, lots of hangers. These robes are incredibly comfy, there's this nice material on the inside. You've then got a second closed wardrobe with even more hanging space, a few drawers down below, and the safe. Back around here you have the Japanese style toilet, which opens up when you walk in, and you've got all your controls. And making our way through to the bathroom. Big bath, double sink, and all the provided amenities are the Aesop brand. There's also more stuff inside here, basic dental kits, things like that. And then we have the shower. Waterfall shower and also the separate nozzle, and you can turn both on at the same time. So that's the room in a nutshell, and it's been a really pleasant stay so far. I had a really good night, and because of how tired I was when I got here, I did spend quite a bit of time here yesterday. Couldn't really be bothered with heading out for dinner somewhere, and even going to one of the restaurants in the hotel felt like it'd be quite a bit of effort, so I ended up just ordering room service. Now there's plenty of international options on the menu, but I was excited to be in Thailand. I wanted to order some Thai food, so thankfully there was a whole separate Thai menu on the room service. To start, I got a chicken satay. And then for my main, I got this stir-fried pork dish. For that one, they did ask me what level of spiciness I wanted, whether I wanted low, medium or high. Stupidly went for medium. You know, I absolutely love spicy food. It doesn't grieve me very well, but I really enjoy the taste, so I thought I wanted a bit of spice. Turns out it's way too much for me, but still really delicious. Definitely didn't want to waste any of it, even if it might cause a bit of turmoil for my stomach. And the satay was really good as well, one of the best I've had in years. Quick word about the staff at the hotel. So far, everyone I've interacted with has been incredibly warm, friendly, and really keen to help. Even when I was just ordering the room service last night, you know, it was a little bit funny as well. Everything I ordered was met with such enthusiasm. When I asked for the chicken satay, it was like, oh yes, the satay, very good. You know, just genuinely seemed very happy to help. And after finishing my meal, I just took it easy the rest of the night, just kind of sat in bed, watched some YouTube, and then I went to sleep really early at 9 PM. Throughout my years of travelling to almost 100 countries, I'm often asked for recommendations of places to stay and things to do all around the world. And now I have a new way of recommending those things thanks to today's video sponsor, Plannin. Plannin is a really unique global travel booking platform, allowing you to book hotels, experiences, tours, and even cruises. But instead of just showing anonymous reviews and ratings, Plannin shows you recommendations from travel content creators and experts that you trust. I've been building out my profile to add recommendations for my favourite hotel stays and cruises from the last few years, so you can see where I recommend and why. Plannin has partnered with big names like Booking.com, Agoda and Get Your Guide to ensure that you're getting the best availability and pricing from across those platforms, plus exclusive discounts for Plannin members. So sign up for completely free using the link in the description or the QR code on screen. You'll be able to see my recommendations, get yourself up to 40% off hotel stays, and it'll be massively supporting my channel in the process. Thanks to Plannin, and now let's get back to the video. Now, I don't ever tend to sleep for too long. It's very rare that I get much more than 6 hours of sleep, and often it's less than that. Here last night, I slept for over 10 hours, and I only woke up because I set 2 alarms. Granted, I'd not slept much the previous 24 hours, so I was always going to probably sleep a decent amount. But I travel a lot and I'm often in that situation where I've not had much sleep, and even then I don't tend to sleep that long. It was just a very comfortable bed, great curtains as well, there's no light that comes through. So it's quiet, it's comfortable, the aircon works great as well, so it's nice and cool. Just perfect conditions for a really good night's sleep. The bed itself is a little on the firm side, but again I prefer that. Pillows were soft. There's a few options though, if the pillows aren't to your liking. They did tell me when I checked into the room that they have a pillow menu, I think 7 different options on. So if you get in and you think the pillows aren't great for you, just give them a call, they'll get that switched out. This morning I started things off with a couple of espressos. After sleeping so long I was a bit groggy, so I had a couple of espressos just to energise myself to get over to the gym. The gym's located on the 16th floor. It's a fairly small, modest gym, but everything in there is very modern. It's all nice, clean, pristine condition. Good bits of kit, just not a huge amount of it. And the free weights don't go up to anything that heavy. So absolutely fine for a short stopover like this where I'm not going to be around for too long. But if I was going to be here for say a week, then I'd probably want something a bit more substantial like that from the gym. I do feel like most people when they come into Bangkok, they're probably only here for a couple of days before they travel elsewhere anyway. After the gym, came up here for a quick shower before heading down to breakfast, and I got there 40 minutes before it closed, and it was actually at capacity, so I didn't actually have to wait around at reception to get a seat. It was about a 15-minute wait before I was seen to my seat. Good menu, there's an a la carte and then a buffet. So on the a la carte side of things, I ordered a cappuccino and some juice. And then, as I clearly not learnt my lesson from the night before, I ended up ordering chili eggs, which is basically just a spicy eggs benedict. And I then went to have a look at the buffet items on offer. There's an extensive European and Western selection when you first go in. The middle section then had cereals and pastry. And then you finally arrive at the Asian section. Again, each of these areas has loads to offer, and I filled my plate mainly with a whole bunch of different meats, but all really good quality. When the chili egg came, it was thankfully just lightly spiced. It wasn't anything too crazy or anything. Really suitable for breakfast. It wasn't like overpowering with the spice, just it gave it a nice little kick. Tasted amazing, and the little bits of crispy bacon just went really well with it too. Definitely highly recommend it. There were signs, however, of just how busy this place was, and at times they did seem to be struggling with that capacity. Obviously, first of all, I had to wait to get seen. One of the first things I did when I got in there was I ordered a cappuccino and a pineapple juice, and it took 25 minutes for that to arrive, which is quite a long wait. Especially when they could have just brought the juice over even if there was a wait for a coffee. But it seemed like they were constantly moving. It's not like they were dawdling around. I was sat near the bar where I could see them, and they were constantly working away, churning out coffees. So I think they just had a few too many customers to deal with. Finally, I finished things off with some pancakes. So over by the pastry station, they do things like pancakes, waffles, French toast. All of it's made fresh to order. Nothing that's been sat in a tray for ages going stale like you often get on a breakfast buffet. Everything made to order, and then the chef brings them over himself to your table. Didn't even have a table number from me or anything, you just came and found me and brought it down. And it was really great quality, nice and fluffy. Just finished off the meal perfectly. Overall, really good quality breakfast. One of the things that I had actually read in the reviews before I came out here was quite a lot of people saying that the breakfast was the best that you can get into all of Bangkok. And the food was really good, but you just need to keep in mind that if they are busy and they're at capacity, you're probably going to have a bit of a wait. You're not going to be able to treat it like a standard hotel buffet where you can just go in, grab food straight away. and be out of there in no time. I guess you absolutely can do that because there are a lot of the self-serve items, but if you want to have the best food, you're going to be ordering a la carte. You might have to wait around a bit for it, especially for the coffees. So just treat it more of a sit-down restaurant experience and allocate enough time for that. After breakfast, took a quick look around the pool area. There's a really nice pool terrace. It's on the same level as the gym. It's a bit cloudy when I went up, so it's not the sunniest day, but I can imagine on a sunny day it's going to be absolutely beautiful out there. Really nice pool, plenty of lounges. When I've been up, it has been a bit busy, but still plenty of sunbeds and lounges available. There's also a bar up there for drinks, and I believe they were doing table service. And then after that, I just went to explore the local area for a bit. I've visited Bangkok a few times in the past, and I've kind of done a lot of the tourist things that I'd want to do. It'd be lovely to do some of them again, but when I'm not here for that long, and when I've got a nice hotel to enjoy, I'm probably not going to explore too much. I'm just mainly using this stay as a jumping off point to then travel on to other places, just because I managed to get a really good flight into and out of Bangkok. But that brings me up to now. I'm going to, I think, just spend a bit of time enjoying the aircon in the room. After being outside, I definitely need it for a while. Probably get a bit of work done, and then I'm going to pop upstairs to one of the restaurants. I've got a late lunch booked in for 2 p.m. I was initially trying to book into the Thai place, but they were fully booked. So instead I'm going to the steak restaurant. It's up on the 54th floor, so should have some good views hopefully. And then that way I can show you a bit more about the food available at the hotel. So to head up to this Bull and Bear restaurant, I first had to go down to the lower lobby. I hit up there and accidentally went up to the upper lobby first, where they told me I had to go down. But once in the lower lobby, you then transition to a separate lift, which will then take you up to the 55th floor, which is where the restaurant is. And as soon as I got up, I was greeted warmly and walked over to my seat. I had a great table right by the window, with fantastic views over Bangkok. I'd really like to see this at night as well. And I probably could have had my pick of seats, to be honest. Even though the hotel itself was at max capacity, there was no one in here. Well, that's not quite true. There was one couple who were in there for a short amount of time, but for the most part I had the place to myself. I was given a trio of really nice warm bread, accompanied by what I was told was butter that they made in-house. And when I finished it off, because it was really good, they were straight over to offer me more, but I did decline. I didn't want to fill myself up too much just on bread and butter. I got a really good Negroni, and then my starter arrived, which was a Caesar salad, topped with a poached egg and crispy bacon. For my main course, I went for the Wagyu burger. The meat in this was cooked perfectly and incredibly juicy. And then for dessert, I kept the order basic with some chocolate ice cream. The chocolate was really rich and it was served with an incredibly light wafer. And then once I'd finished everything, I was then given a chocolate to finish off the meal. Well, that was a really great meal. Absolutely stuffed now, but a fantastic way to round out the 24 hours here. I now need to go get packed up though and get my way towards the airport. Unlike everything at my stay here, they kept check-in really nice and simple, and I was well taken care of. As soon as I arrived at the lobby, well actually before I arrived at the lobby, I ran into a member of staff in the lift who could see I was about to check out, and she said, "No problem, I'll handle this." She just told me to take a seat in the lobby. She went and got all the necessary paperwork and got me checked out. Overall, I had a really brilliant stay at this hotel. It's one I'd highly recommend and one I'll very happily return to in the future. Hope you found that useful, and if you want to see the flight that brought me to Bangkok, watch this video next.